If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Yeah, a fresh, cool young Lou trying to cash his microphone check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees. What have you brung you? Did you improve on the design? Did you do something new? Where your name in on the guest list? Who brung you? You, the more famous person, you come through, and the sexy lady next to you, you come too. And then they hit me, standing outside of heaven, waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe. Too much of a newcomer and too uncool. Like Shadow in the veil, I battle with it well. Though I need a holiday like Lady Who Sung Blue. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on me 2 tons too. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. And you better wear your shades. The spotlights here can burn holes through the stage. Down through the basement, past the Indian graves where the dinosaurs laid. And out through China, nearly misses airliners. Magnified ×5, that's what's pointed at the rhyme. Ricochets off the moon and sets the forest ablaze. Now that's important to say, cause even with all that, most of us don't want it to fade. We want it to breathe, meaning we want it to grow, meaning we want it to stay. Like the governor called and he told him to wait. Unstrap him from the chair and put him back in his cage. The audience ain't phased, then they ain't gon' clap and they ain't gon' praise. They want everything back that they paid, cause they've been waiting since 10 to see the lights get dim. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on, and they wanna show. Chauffeur, come and take me away, cause I've been standing in this line for like 5 whole days. Me and security ain't getting along, and when I got to the front, they told me all of the tickets were gone. So just take me home where the mood is mellow, when the roses are thrown, M&M's are yellow, and the light bulbs around my mirror don't flicker. Everybody gets a nice autograph picture, one for you and one for your sister, who had to work tonight but is an avid listener. Every song's a favorite song and mics don't feedback. All the reviewers say you need to go and see that, and everybody claps cause everybody is pleased, and then they all take the stage and start performing for me. Like ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. If you are what you say you are, then have no fear.
Good morning, everyone. Type in the chat your city and state. I'm so glad that you decided to join us this morning. We're going to go ahead and get started. I think it's like 4 after right now, so we won't delay the time. Again, welcome to this morning's Dream Team Accountability Call. I'm so glad that you decided to join us this morning. And so I have a very powerful video that you are gonna definitely, find something that's gonna help you this morning. And so I want to go straight into that video. Again, you know the drill. Get your paper, your pencil, take your notes. We're gonna go through takeaways. And I just want to kind of, have an open discussion this morning once we finish this video that I chose. And so again, welcome, 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 welcome. If you don't see your team on this call, get them to this call. They don't want to miss. Okay, and so we're going to go right into it. Just give me 1 second.
I've discovered that your career is what you paid for. Your calling is what you made for. Sharing my story, if it helps another person get to where they want to be in life, wherever that is, I think that's a pretty good deal. I mean, I've evolved over the years. I've never been afraid to reinvent myself. Now, before I get started, let me say something. I'm a Christian, but I'm an entry-level Christian. Been through every level of life. I'm not a fake person. I am an imperfect soldier for Christ. That's what I am. Key word, imperfect. Where I started from was my father making $5 a day. I come from nothing. I had a severe stuttering problem throughout school. I flunked out of school. I'm on my 3rd marriage. I lost everything I ever owned twice. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. My father was a coal miner. My father made $5 a day with 5 kids. I'm the youngest of 5. A lot of you are young in this room. I want to teach you something that I learned that changed my life also. Everything that changed my life came from God. We talking about next level? I'm finna show you how to get there. I've been debating on how I was gonna do this, but I thought the best way to go about this is just tell you my story. And in my story, maybe you can see some of yourself. Listen, man, anybody can be successful, but you gotta understand something. It's hard. It's hard, man. You can take all the courses you want. It's hard. You can go down there to the church and hold your hands in a prayer circle. When you get through praying, it's gonna be hard. You go to school, you can get all the degrees you want. When you get them degrees and you hang them on the wall, if you want to be successful, it's gonna be hard. It's hard being successful. That's the first thing you need to understand. I was telling you that I lived in a car for 3 years. In my 30s, I was homeless. I was homeless based off of a decision I made. October 8th, 1985, I walked in a comedy club for the very first time. Never been in a comedy club, but I had been writing jokes for a dude taking my jokes, going to a comedy club. He was paying me $10 for it. I had never been to a comedy club, had never heard of a comedy club. I was writing for a buddy of mine named AJ Jamal. He would pay me $10 a joke. One day, I was writing some jokes for him, and I was over his house to drop him off, and this girl named Gladys Jacobs came over to the house, and she said, "You the dude that's writing the jokes for AJ Jamal?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "He the funniest dude at the comedy club." I said, "At the what?" She said, "He's the funniest dude at the comedy club." I'm 27. I've never heard of a comedy club. Now, all my life, I wanted to be on TV. I'm going to tell you that story a little bit later. But I just said, man, at the comedy club, she said, you should come. She said, why don't you tell the jokes yourself? Now, I'm thinking, I said, man, this could be what I've been asking God my whole life. See, some of you in this spot where you keep asking God, what do I do next? What's my next move? You know the hardest thing about your life? Trying to figure it out. Ain't that hard? But do you know that you ain't supposed to do that? Do you know that God already designed you for a purpose in life? And if you would just simply ask God what it was, he could guide you to it, and the search for what I'm supposed to do would be over. But oh no, we so busy figuring it out. I got news for you. How to do something, the how-to is none of your business. That's what I never knew. So I was just wanting, man, to just be on TV since I was a little kid. And the girl said, come to the comedy club. So I go to the comedy club with her. She said, we're going to go Tuesday night. I want you to sign up to perform next week. And then I want you to see how I go first. I said, cool. So I went, I walked in the comedy club. I signed up for the following week. And I sit down, supposed to be 10 dudes perform. 9 of them went up. Now, I ain't laughed all night. She said, you're not laughing at none of these jokes. You know why? Because what they were doing was my actual gift. It was the thing I've been doing my whole life. So I wasn't laughing at their jokes because I knew everything they was going to say, and I knew everything they should have said where the joke would have really been funny. So I'm just sitting there just a student, man. So it got to the 10th guy, and they called his name, and nobody went up. And they called his name again. They said, well, looks like number 10 isn't here. We're going to go to next week's list. Steve Harvey, come on up. I looked at that girl, Gladys. I said, this crazy. I said, there's somebody in here got the same name I got. She said, you really can't be this stupid. She said, boy, that's you. I run up on stage, I ain't got nothing. First thing I say to the audience is, hey, I appreciate y'all clapping, but I ain't supposed to be here. I'm on next week's show. So the girl Gladys yelled out, tell them about when you was boxing. So on the way down, I had told her this story about boxing. So I did the boxing joke.
Mike Tyson loves to fight. Yes. He don't care if it's in the ring or out the ring. Man or woman. Mike just wants to get it on. And if you don't think that's true, you just ask that heavyweight fighter Mitch Green.
These people was in the flow laughing. So then, I ain't had nothing else. So I had wrote some jokes for my buddy AJ Jamal that I hadn't sold to him yet. So I said, well, hell, let me try these. So I did them jokes. They died laughing. They brought me off stage. They brought all 10 of us up on stage. They had a clap off. That night, I won the clap off. I won amateur night, October 8th, 1985. They paid me $50. I get in the car. I'm 40 minutes from my house. Gladys is driving me home. I'm crying the entire time. I can't stop crying. She said, what you crying for? It's just $50. I said, no, you don't understand. This ain't $50. I've been born tonight. This ain't $50. This God answering a prayer of mine that I've been praying for 20 years. This ain't $50. This is what I'm gonna do the rest of my life. I went to work the next day, October 8th, 1985, and quit my job. I have done nothing since October 8th, 1985, except one thing. I've been telling these here jokes. That's all I've ever done. That gift that God gave me, you know, the Bible says your gift will make room for you. It'll make room for you. See, if you're not doing your gift, you're wasting your time. Your gift will make room for you. You got to identify your God-given gift. If you don't identify your gift, you're going to waste your time. Telling jokes is my gift. So even as a motivational speaker, I use my gift. Nothing's more boring than sitting up listening to somebody talk for 45 minutes and you ain't laughed in 45 minutes. Listen, if I want to, I could turn this into a comedy show. I promise everybody in here be throwing up. If I want to. 1968, came off school off of a summer vacation. I'm 10 years old. The assignment the teacher had was everybody in the school class, write your name on a piece of paper and what you want to be when you grow up. I wrote on my paper, I want to be on TV. That's what I wrote. That lady said, turn in your papers. She went around the room, called everybody's name up. You had to stand while she read your paper. She read off everybody's name. She saved me for last. She said, little Stevie, come to the front. I'm thinking, okay, this is it. I ain't never had a gold star in school in my life. I've never been recognized for academic achievements in my life. I've never got an award of any kind in my life. Here I come. Little Stevie coming to the front. I got a belt that's too big, it's tied around me twice. They used to call me Tater Chip in school because I was shaped like a potato chip. And I walked up there and I'm standing in front of class. Now I told you a minute ago I had a severe stuttering problem in school. I could not talk outside of my house. I stuttered severely. I thought this woman was going to give me a gold star because I figured nobody else in the class had wrote I want to be on TV but me. So mine must be the best answer of all of them. So I'm standing up there and that lady started in on me. She didn't call me up there to give me no gold star. She called me to the front to humiliate me. And that lady did me. She said, why did you put something like this on your paper? Now, you've called me to the front. You know I have a stuttering problem. You know I can't talk. So she started, why did you write this on your paper? Who in your family ever been on TV? Who in this school ever been on TV? Who in this neighborhood has ever been on television? She said, why would you write something like that on your paper? And look at you standing there, you can't even talk. I was crushed. Why would you write that on your paper? You can't even talk. This is a teacher. You're supposed to be shaping and molding my mind. We pay you to educate. Why would you write something like that on your paper? You will never be on TV. Every Christmas, I send her a flat screen TV. Because I don't want her to miss me. I wanted her to see what God had done for me. The fact that they don't see the dream, the fact that they don't see what you can be has nothing to do with what God can do. Nothing at all. I don't care who you are, go cut your TV on. You cut your TV on 7 days a week. That little black boy with the stuttering problem, he all over that TV. That little black boy messed around and became a TV star. She didn't see it. How many times have you shared a dream with somebody and they didn't see it? I heard somebody talk about the importance of education, and education is critical. You have to be educated. You have to be well read. You got to be well versed. There's no way around it. I'm going to make a statement. I don't know how it's going to fly in this room, but here I go. Education is not the most important thing in your life. It's not. I spoke at a school one time and I said that the principal of the school came up and had me removed from the stage. I was just trying to help his students. Education is not the most important thing. Do you know how many people I know with education that ain't working? You know how many people I know with degrees ain't got no job? Do you know how many people I know with multiple degrees ain't making no money? The single most important thing in your life is your dream. It's your dream. It's what you dream about. It's in your Bible. It says a man without a dream or vision shall perish. It don't mention education in the Bible. The University of Jamaica is not in the Bible. Without dreams and visions, you can't make it. If you got no dream, if you got no vision, you're sunk, you're done. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you the basics of how to be successful. This is how I got here. I'm gonna give you something that changed my life. A very short scripture changed my life. You have not because you ask not. It's in James 4 and 2. Listen to me. I can't even tell you how big that is. Look at me. This is the coldest thing I'm gonna tell you today. You have not because you ask not. It's that simple. Most people don't have the life of their dreams because you ain't never asked God, could you have it? You've been trying to do it yourself. You've been trying to figure it out for yourself, how that's been working out for you. Kind of crazy, ain't it? I just told you earlier, you can't figure it out. Ain't no scripture nowhere tell you to figure it out. What you trying to figure your life out for? It ain't yours. You ain't make it. You ain't the creator. You ain't got nothing to do with tomorrow. You can't change the past. So what you tripping with your life for? You have not because you ask not. Y'all ain't never asked God, could you be rich?
Okay, I had to cut it off right there, you guys. I want to make sure that we have enough time for everybody's feedback this morning. And so we're going to go right ahead. I know that what you did hear of that was powerful though. Okay, and so I definitely want to get everybody's takeaway, but I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to go ahead and give mine. And so what I want to say from that video, what I got from it is, it's hard being successful, but you have to choose your heart. Sometimes we get so caught up in believing in everyone else, you guys, but ourselves. Don't overlook your gift and your talents. That is what is going to get you to the next level. That's what's going to put you in the next door, in the next room. It will come natural. Even in this business, you have to determine what your gift is. Don't concentrate on your flaws. You don't want to concentrate on your flaws because that only means you have strong flaws and strong weaknesses. You want to concentrate on what you're powerful at and what your strengths are and what your gift is. And so you have to basically just concentrate on your gift, power up your gift, and that will take you very far. And so what I want to do is go around the room, get everybody else's takeaway on what you got from that. How did it speak to you? What are some gifts that you're going to go ahead and implement that that you've been lacking in showing the world, or making yourself be all that you can be? And so who wants to go ahead and share their takeaway? If you will, raise your hand and I will go ahead and unmute you one by one. Good morning, Ashanti.
Good morning. Good morning. First off, I want to give it back to you for showing up this morning and giving us the opportunity, also for giving us that amazing video. I won't be for long. And overall, what I learned is don't let nobody tell you what you can't do, and you don't let nobody limit your destiny and your potential. I always used to live by that, and somewhere along the line, I lost track of that. And that's just something I took away from that. Don't let people limit me and put me in a box because I'm limitless, flawless. I don't have to be stuck in one point, and I don't have to be successful to their limits. There's no limits on how successful I want to be. So that's what I got from that.
Thank you so much, Ashanti, for sharing. Absolutely. When you put your mind on what you're going to accomplish and block out all the naysayers, the ones that didn't believe in you, whether family or friends, you're going to go far. Just, you have to concentrate on what you that you can do. And regardless of anybody supports you, you just keep going. Okay. So thank you so much this morning for sharing your takeaway. I appreciate you. Okay, and we have one more I see that wants to share this morning. Okay, Miss Belinda, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me pull over here because I'm driving.
Okay, no problem.
Oh my God, this video made me so emotional. So y'all gotta excuse me, bear with me. The thing that resonated most with me was when he said life is hard. And he started naming the things that he went through. And I started thinking about the things that I've been through. And so I wrote down a couple of them. I went through, I'm at my 4th failed marriage. I have a college degree, and I'm working at jobs that I couldn't even cover my student loans. I love serving people, and I'm serving people right now where I am, but I'm not satisfied because it's not at the capacity that I want to serve people. And although I'm excellent at it, this is just not my purpose. Going to the Culture Shift event just did a different shift in my life and in my way of thinking. And while I was there, I felt so at home and so comfortable. And I just want to say that I don't see it right now, but I do know that I am in line for greatness. And I've decided that I'm gonna write down my vision. I have a vision, but I have not wrote it down. And the Bible tells us to write the vision and make it plain. So that is one of the things I'm gonna do today. He said that Steve said you never asked God, could you be rich? I don't want to be rich. I want to be more than rich. And I have to write that down and make it plain and continuously ask God for that daily. But I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm gonna leave it at that because I am so emotional right now and I can't stop crying. But thank you. I appreciate you for this amazing call, and I want to give it back to you and Coach Legend.
Oh, you're so welcome, Belinda. I'm so glad that spoke to you and touched you this morning. You just be strong and you keep going and keep your head up and make sure every day, like the video was telling you, no matter what you're going through, concentrate on your, what's positive, what you have going good in your life right now, what your gifts are that will, help you to continue to push forward. I heard you say that, sometimes you don't feel like you're serving, you like what you're doing, but you don't feel like you're serving at your fullest potential. One day at a time, just keep going, to never give up on yourself, no matter what you're going through. We all struggle with things daily, so you never want to give up on yourself. Just keep your mind focused on the positive. I'm telling you, because if you keep on with the, everything, it's always going to be something. If you keep your mind on the negative, and you know, it will just put you in a sunken place and a darkened place. And so you want to concentrate on your positive, you know, what you have that to offer that's great. I know it's something great within you. I know you're great at a lot of things. And so just concentrate on that gift every day. Wake up with your mind, you know, stayed on what is my gift? What am I strong at? What can I do differently today that's going to help me, realize my gift, you know? And so every day, just focus on positivity and things will get better day by day. I appreciate you sharing your takeaway this morning, and thank you so much. Okay, and I see one more person that wants to share. Miss Valerie, good morning. Good morning. I'm about to unmute you. Good morning, Queen. How are you?
Good morning. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for this call. I so appreciate it. Oh, Steve Harvey always gets me, man. I was doing a million things, and when I heard it was him, I kind of sat down and just to really listen to it. So I appreciate that video. I appreciate Belinda's takeaway. She had me kind of tearing up. I was like, oh my gosh, let me relax before I get on. And but I appreciate that so much. She's going to be a powerhouse. She already is a powerhouse. And the fact that Belinda, you had such a reaction to him is because, you know, that message definitely hit you, and you're definitely in the right place doing what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to love to see your success and growth. So my takeaway, first of all, oh God, whenever I hear about a little kid getting like picked on, I can't even handle it, especially when it comes from a teacher. We hear that so much and it just upsets me. So when, you know, a lot of our traumas happen when we're kids, right? So when you have teachers, you know, he was stuttering, he couldn't talk, he thought he was getting pulled up in front of the class to get a medal, a star or whatever. And then he says he wants to be on TV, and here's a teacher who all of our kids we're told as kids, like, your teachers are there to, you know, to help you and push you forward, like they have all the answers, right? And a teacher like degrading you like that in front of people has to be so traumatizing. I felt that story in my heart so much. And look at him now, right? So it's just amazing. Like, it just goes to show you that you can overcome anything, and make your pain, you know, push you to your success, right? Push you to your happiness. And it just goes to show you, don't let anybody, no matter who it is, a family member, a teacher, or whoever, stop you or tell you that your dreams aren't possible, right? Because look at him now, right? So I just really appreciate that. That's what I took from that, is just keep going, and also that it's hard work. No matter what, it's hard work. So if we choose to be successful, it's going to be hard work, right? The other option or alternative is just to be comfortable and not, you know, live out our dreams. So pick one. I'd rather pick the hard work and be successful, right? So thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for your takeaway, Valerie. I appreciate, you sharing and everything. And so most definitely, you definitely want to, we got to choose our heart. Like I said, it's hard going through things. It's hard being poor, and it's also hard being rich, but choose your heart. And I heard a wise man say, I'd rather cry in whatever car is your favorite car than in, my Toyota Camry. Nothing against Toyota Camrys, but, you just have to pick and choose your hearts. Whatever it is you want in life, go after it. If there's something that every day you wake up in the morning and you can't get it off your mind, if you can't stop dreaming about these things that you want to achieve and accomplish and everything, you just have to make up in your mind that it's going to be hard anyways. Which do I choose? The easier, things that I can enjoy while I have my time here on earth, or do I want to struggle all my life? And so you definitely have to just make up in your mind which way you choose, because either way it's going to be hard. So thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate your takeaway. Do we have anyone else who wants to share this morning? Okay, I see two more. Gonna unmute you, Michelle. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. That was probably one of the best videos that I have seen of Steve Harvey. I mean, Steve Harvey knows how to put it together, like, he tells it like it is. He's real, and one thing I got out of this was, well, everything that you do in life is like, man, it's either good or it's bad. And most of the time we make bad decisions if we work on our own. And none of us were cut out to be credit repair specialists. But you know what? This is where we are, and we have to make the best of what we're doing. And if this is what you want to do, you got to jump in with everything that you got. Because if you just get in here and you halfway doing things, you're going to get less than halfway income. If you're there and you're in it every single day, you're in the trenches every day, no matter what anybody says about you, no matter what anybody says about what you're doing, you're going to make it. Because why? You have that in your mind. You have that determination, just like Steve Harvey did about being on TV. This is our TV moment. You got to work at it like it's your TV moment and make it everything that you got with everything that's inside you. Because if you don't, you're not going to make it. I'm telling you right now, you got to have that TV moment mentality like Steve Harvey had as a child, and you're going to make it. That's all.
Wow. Thank you so much, Michelle. Definitely always get value from what you share. I appreciate your takeaway this morning. Most definitely we all have so much more work that we can do, so much more that, we set out to be and accomplish. You definitely want to make sure every day that we're giving it our all. You can tell when you're slacking, when you're giving it 100, and when you're not doing as much as you're capable of. And so we definitely want to make sure every day that we are pushing and not giving up on what we said we wanted to accomplish. That's in anything, even like you said, in this business. Everybody didn't wake up and say, oh, I wanted to be a credit repair specialist, or help people empower their credit and gain financial literacy and everything. And so you definitely, once you took on this role and decided to become that go-to person for the people that need you in this world, the people whose life that you can change, by exposing them to the powerful information and opportunities that we have, is the moment that you committed to saying that I'm going to be great. I'm going to help those around me. I'm not just going to make sure that I become what I want to be and have all that I want to be. I'm going to make sure that I can reach out to those around me that need what I have. And so thank you so much for sharing this morning, Michelle. I took a lot from what you said. I appreciate you. And thank you so much. Okay, I think we have one more that I see. Like I say, if anybody else wants to share, raise your hand and I'll call you in next. But I do see, I hope I say your name right. I'm bad with names, forgive me. Kalisha Millens, I'm gonna unmute you right now. Good morning, Queen.
Grand Rising, everyone. Samantha, you did a great job. Kalisha Millens.
Okay, great.
You got it. I get that all the time. But Grand Rising, everybody. First, I want to give it back to y'all for allowing us to speak on this platform, offering these videos. I didn't realize how much I needed these accountability calls until I started hopping on them a couple weeks ago. I'm in this group chat and everyone was talking about how powerful they are. I'm like, what is this? What are they talking about? So I finally started to get on them, not realizing I really, really needed these calls because my fire was just slowly dying. Like I just felt like I was stuck. I'm like, ain't nobody reaching out. Everybody's just keep telling me no. I just put all this doubt in my body, and it doesn't help that I have seasonal depression. So the fact that it gets dark at 5 o'clock didn't help at all either. But getting on these videos, and then after attending that Culture Shift event in Chicago, I have been on fire. It's just amazing what getting in a room full of people that think like you and have goals and have a vision that's clear that they want to see you reach. Being in that room with those people just gave me so much life, and getting on these calls and listening to all these individuals, you know, do their takeaways also gives me so much life. And before I was just, you know, like I said, I felt stuck. Like I'm trying to tell my family about it. Everyone's, oh no, this is a scam. And it's just all this doubt surrounded by me. Nobody sees my vision. And then I had to realize that my vision and what I see isn't meant for everyone. If they're aligned to work with me, then they'll work with me. If not, they're lost my game, right? And once I started viewing it that way, I'm getting people reaching out like, hey, what's this credit stuff you've been talking about? What's this? What's this? I was crippling myself because I was letting their doubt get into my head, and it was affecting my ability to be a leader for my team and to continue to grow. So I guess out of all of the things that the video spoke about was, don't listen to these naysayers. Don't let someone else's doubt or them thinking that your life should be a certain way, or you know what I mean? Like, don't settle. Don't settle. I sit and I watch my family and everyone. I've just been taught since a young age, you know, go to work, you know, go to school, get a good job, and, you know, just live your life that way. But it's more to life than that. I don't want to spend 40, 50 hours a week at a job. I want to be able to pour into my children. I don't want to, you know, have debt to leave my children. I want to leave them wealth. I'm going to leave them wealth. So the fact that the way that I talk, the way that I manifest, I had to shift my whole paradigm. And the people that I grew up around, I no longer want to be around. It's just draining because all they want to do is talk about their cousin, the brother, or whoever. They're not talking about any generational wealth, breaking any generational cycles. They're just settling. And I'm like, okay, let me not focus on what I don't want. Let me start focusing on what I do want. And my life just took a turn for the better. So for anybody who's got people who don't want to sign up, or your family's talking about this is a scam or whatever the case may be, keep going. Show them better than you can tell them. It's all, that's my motto. I need to show myself first, but I'm gonna show y'all too. So that was my takeaway from the video. Thank you so much, Samantha. Y'all have an amazing day.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much for your takeaway. That was amazing. Everything that you said kind of hit home with me. I'm from the small town of Meridian, Mississippi. And so, you know, down here, it's very traditional, very down home, and people, you know, have their ways down in Mississippi. And so it's even harder down here that the further you go down south. So I totally understand. You'll have friends, you'll have family, people that, you know, say they have your back and everything, and then, you know, when it comes down to it, you realize who your true friends and who your true family really is. But you know, you, like you say, you can't let that stop you. You can't. I've been there, done that when I first started the business. You know, people are always don't have the same vision that you have, and that's not your problem. You know, that's not your problem. What you have to concentrate on is still going after everything you said you were going to go after, no matter, you know, who has something to say, who feels like this is whatever, this is not legit, this is a scam. Okay, everything's not traditional. You know, things are changing. The world is changing every day. If you don't believe it, realize, like, you know, basically when the pandemic, that's a perfect example. Everybody was forced to work from home. Okay, nobody really understood the power of working from home until that happened, that occurred. And so it's all a revolving circle. You know, people will understand it sooner than later. Okay. And so you can't let those who have their vision is not as clear as yours, those who have a you know, just a way of thinking that it's only one way to accomplish success. No, it's not. It's so much more. It's so much out there in the world. It doesn't always take college. It doesn't always take all that to become successful. Okay. And so you definitely have to go after what you and your heart feel like is for you. You can't live your life for your mom. You can't live your life for your dad. You can't live your life for anybody. And you have to stop, you know, people pleasing. People pleasing is a big issue. You know, you have to make sure that you're making yourself happy every day. What makes you happy, and do that. Okay. And so I could totally resonate with what you said. I've been there, I've done that, and sometimes I'm still experiencing it. And so definitely just keep your eyes on the vision that you have set forth, and you will definitely, you know, see success. I appreciate your takeaway. Is there anyone else that would like to share before we go into the next part? Make sure I don't see anyone before I continue. And I'm going to check the chat, make sure I didn't miss anybody's takeaways as well. I know some of you may not be able to speak right now and may have put some in the chat. And so I'm just going to scroll through quickly and see. Okay. So I think we're all on the same page this morning. I don't see anyone else that would like to share. What I do want to do is kind of wrap up the call with something that I want you guys to do today. I want you to really look deep within yourself. And the main thing that video was talking about is your gift. Like, if you don't do anything else for yourself today, you know, I want you to determine what that gift is. If you can determine what your gift is, you can go far, you know. And so I definitely want you to sit down and realize, you know, okay, what is it that I do different? What is it that stands me out from the next person? What is it that makes me, you know, relatable with a lot of people? Because I definitely have experienced where I knew without a shadow of a doubt, that me being relatable, me being a person that people like, love, and trust took me the furthest. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you know your gift. You want to make sure that you resonate with people. You build relationships before you try to build business. Okay. And so I definitely want you to, you know, kind of pull out what's your gift. What can you do differently? What can you add to what you've been doing to further business for you and further your success? And so I want you to definitely take heed to what I just said. Make a list of your gifts. I'm sure it's maybe multiple gifts that you have that can help you out along the way. And so I definitely want, you know, everybody to be successful. I want to see you win. I want to see you be great. I want to see you happy. You know, health is wealth as well. And so all this ties into everything I'm saying. Like, you got to take care of your body, mind, spirit, and soul. And just become a better you all the way around. Like, you just want to make sure that you are becoming all you can be in every aspect of your life. I heard ET say time management is everything. He wakes up so early. I want to say 3 o'clock every morning. And so if you can't do 3 o'clock, at least, you know, get up early as you can, get your day started. I know a lot of you have children. A lot of you have family. It's so easy to just lay in bed or get a late start to the day. But I believe that getting an earlier start will also help you along the way. You know, you get so much more done with those hours when you're laying in bed if you wake up a little earlier. And so I definitely, you know, encourage all you guys to kind of structure your day a little bit more, realize your gift. And, you know, I believe that that will help you a whole lot. And so I do want to open the floor again. If anybody else has anything to say before we go ahead and end the call this morning, I do appreciate you guys for joining in with me this morning. And I hope that you got value and that you got a lot from, you know, the video that we went over. I know it blessed me, and I'm sure it did a lot for a lot of you guys here. So is there anyone else that would like to share anything before we close the call? Okay, I don't think I see anyone that wants to share. So we're going to go ahead and end the call. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you for joining this morning. And, you know, go out there and be great. Go out there and be great. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt your gifts. Realize your gifts and, you know, go out there and make yourself successful. And so thank you so much for joining this call this morning. I'm going to go ahead and close out, you know, with a song if you want to stay. But if you don't, you can go ahead and hop off or whatever you would like to do. I appreciate everyone this morning. Again, make sure that your team joins the next call, same day, same time. And I'll see you on the next call. Thank you so much for joining this morning. Have a great day.